Hi, Rob White with Envision Strategies with my colleague and friend, Anthony Coschignano, AVP of Campus Services at Swarthmore College. Welcome, Anthony. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Rob. It's great to be here today
Yeah.
and be able to talk to you about things.
Yeah, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about Swarthmore?
Sure. So Swarthmore is a small private institution, about 1,680 students on campus. About 1,600 of them live on campus, so we have a pretty strong residential campus. Um, they're spread throughout the campus with lots of different majors and lots of all undergrad. So it's very uh, an institution that just embodies a lot of academic freedom and looking at lots of different things for students.
Yeah.
Has a Quaker heritage, so there's a little bit of that
Yeah.
spin of the Quakerism that happens on campus a little bit as we work towards different things.
And all the students all live on campus, right?
At about 97% of our students live
Okay.
on campus,
Yeah.
so it's a very residential campus. Lots of activities always going on.
Great new dining hall, campus life center, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yep. And what else is in your portfolio?
So I also have our public safety, so our campus security.
Okay.
Also, we have a 40-room inn and a full service restaurant that we call the Inn at Swarthmore on
Yeah.
campus.
Yeah.
We also have our campus community store, which is our bookstore. We have a post office, print services. We do all the events management for the campus. We also have the performing arts production that all falls under my group as well.
Oh.
And then we do all the one card programming. So we manage all the cameras, access, all those pieces. And then additionally, we have fleet management under my portfolio as well.
All right. And our dear friend Linda, dining director for what, 30 years?
35 years.
35 years, recently retired.
Yep.
So you're looking to replace a new.
Yeah, we're looking for a new executive director of dining.
Anybody interested?
Yeah, we're
Call
excited.
Anthony.
Excited opportunity.
Yeah.
Brand new dining hall. With 9 different stations built into the residential dining hall with a teaching kitchen as well. So it's been a real gem to the campus and real excitement of it.
Did I ever tell you that we brought our family there for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I
We had
remember,
with my mother-in-law, oh man, we had a great meal, and it was great because it wasn't that busy. A lot of students had already left campus, but the staff just gave us a great meal, and our relatives were blown away. We had no idea college food was like this.
Yeah,
It was
we get
great.
a lot of good feedback.
Yeah.
We have an amazing culinary team that makes a lot of things from scratch and does a lot of things. But the interesting fact though is, remember when you first came to campus and we were talking about it, you helped us with our first renovation to the old dining hall in 1991.
Yes.
I don't want to call you out on your age there, Rob, but yeah.
All right. Yep. No, that's fair. That's fair. That's right. That was
But it was funny
I
because
was
you
a
you
very-
knew our operation before we even started our
I
operation.
was in kindergarten when I did that. I was just, so.
He drew with crayons.
Yeah. Anyway, so, if you could, Anthony, if you could wave a magic wand, and make any kind of operational challenge go away, what would that be? Yeah.
I think right now one of the biggest things is I think everybody across the country and internationally, everybody is dealing with the staffing shortages, and it's really a hard time finding people that want to work nights, weekends. The part-time jobs are really harder to fill these days. Specifically on campuses, it's just we don't have people aren't flocking to work part-time anymore.
Yeah.
And like being able to have people full-time it's great, but we're also we see people leaving for other jobs that are 9 to 5 week Monday through Friday, and they find something else that's there. And so I feel like that's one of the biggest challenges. But the other challenges that's running around with that is this connection to AI and the use of technology.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this scarcity of people where they're fearing their jobs are being eliminated too, because
Yeah.
people are bringing in kiosks to take their places and
Yeah.
lots of different things. And so an interesting thing we did when we built the new dining hall is we put in what we call express lanes. We call them kind of the easy pass, just kind of match the Pennsylvania easy pass lanes, right?
Right.
And so the first thing we got from our cashiers at that point was, well, you don't want us to work anymore. You just want to have that. And we're like, no, we still need people to talk to people and
Right.
connect and do things.
Right. So
But
important.
this is about getting people through the lines
Yeah.
and creating it. So
Yeah.
there's this balance now of finding ways to, automate, create things that are great, but also still not, work through the staffing shortages that are out there.
It's really interesting. Chris Klinger was just here from BU, and he was just saying how he wants to leverage AI to not so much reduce staff, but reassign, get people doing things that are maybe higher level, and get some of the repetitive things taken care of by automation.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I see it as too. It's really an addition because I think
Mm,
the biggest challenge really when you think about opportunities is this loss of touch, the service touch.
mm.
Once that goes away,
Yeah,
how like a
yeah,
computer is not going to make decisions that at some point you talk to it and it's going to be able to credit something in a certain way or
right,
deal with you as a person and calm you down and
right, yeah,
it's just you don't have that capability. It might say like, oh, let me give you a free meal or something, but
right,
it's just different, that human interaction. Like it's just as frustrating. Like many of us call numbers now
yeah,
and you yell on the phone probably for 20 minutes to get an operator. We don't want to be doing that when we're trying to get, what happened to our food or what,
right,
what happened with
right.
that, right?
Oh,
And
the
so,
the human element like that, that connection's so important,
yeah,
particularly for students who are going through stress and
yeah,
they have a relationship with. I mean, we noticed it when we were in the dining hall and were greeted, and they're really helpful. They
yeah,
explain things. It's a great thing.
yeah. And I think the other thing that's hard with that too is like, students today are on their phones so much,
Yeah, yeah.
and that
They
it's
all are.
it's still like, back when, I went to school and everybody else, that was like this outlet for people to be able to have the connection with the dining staff. Like, I mean, a lot of the dining staff knew students by name,
Yeah,
what their classes were, what was
yeah,
going on in their lives. And
yeah.
now you have students just walk by with their phones. They don't even, communicate in that way. And that's part of the challenge.
Well,
Right?
I think this is kind of related to another question I had, which is how do you see, do you see opportunities or areas of opportunity for improving the student experience through auxiliary services, whether it's dining or other
Yeah.
areas?
Yeah. Like one of our big things, I mean, like, and this is leveraging AI and technology is, you know, we still had mailboxes where students got keys and they went and
Oh,
did that.
yeah.
And everybody's moved to kind of lockers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is a sensible way of using technology to your advantage of not having to staff a counter in a way that doesn't make sense. You can actually deal with
Yeah.
people that want to send packages out. You can deal with that service part of the industry much
Oh, yeah.
quicker,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But those that want to just pick up something, they can just come and grab something and they don't have to interact with anybody. And which is a way of saying like that's just an easy way of doing it and using
Yeah.
that technology.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Cool.
I find that also like even in our campus bookstore, right? We've created a way for students to pick up books. And so there's a point where they still have to interact with somebody, but we have them do all their orders online now, right?
Yeah.
So they're not coming in and finding the book and having to do all that. We put all the pieces together for them, but they still have to interact with somebody. And if they have a question about it, there's someone there to help
There's
them, right?
somebody
So
there.
there's that
Yeah.
opposite of a little bit of whatever,
Yeah.
like the service part that's on.
And is that in the same building, that student life, the campus life facility there? I mean, where that pickup point is, or?
So no, we're actually moving the post office from the center of campus down right by where we have the new student center and
Oh,
the
okay.
dining hall.
Yeah.
And we really want to make that creation
Yeah.
of like community for students to be able to one stop kind of
Yeah.
get to things. It's going to be a separate building,
But that part of
but it's all
campus
that
is
part of
right.
it. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that nucleus, right? Like that
Yeah.
center part where we want everybody to
Yeah.
be able to kind
Cool.
of meet up and see each other and do
Yeah.
things.
Well, hey, there's probably a ton of things we could talk about, but this is great. It's good to kind of catch
Yeah.
up, and thanks for taking a little time out of the conference.
Yeah, this was great. And I'm
Yeah.
glad we could catch up.
Yeah. All right.